है, एक पाकिस्तानी लेडी ने डांस कर दिया है।
वो तो बहुत पहले का ट्रेंड था सर। अभी कब
It's still
नवंबर
going
या
on.
सितंबर का ट्रेंड था, वो अक्टूबर का।
केवल रील्स में अगर तुम 100 रील्स अगर स्लाइड करो
हाँ, नवंबर का ट्रेंड था वो, दिल्ली पुकार।
So now we are going to start Indian economy on eve of independence. हाँ जी, तो बेटा जी, इंडियन इकोनॉमी ऑन ईव ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस। इंडियन economy on, if we will talk about Indian economy, so during 1947, means from date of independence, or we can say from 1950 to 1990. When beta? 1947 to 1990, I am writing, right? So we got our independence on 15th of August 1947. So if we will talk about what was the Indian economy situation on that day, so we was a backward economy, we was stagnant economy, right beta ji? We was depleted economy, right ji? There was very low level of income and livelihood, and we was colonial economy. So after independence, only colonial economy was erased from our list. Another names was remain
Still
with
there.
us. Yes, it what that was
Stagnant
was
economy.
stagnant economy. We was backward economy.
Backward economy.
Low level of income, per capita income. Agriculture was at a very bad shape, right? We was continuously facing famine and all. So there are certain things which are called as central economy problem. Tell me, what do you understand by central economic problem? Yes, what do you mean by central economic problem? Central economic problem means first what to produce, right, beta ji?
How to produce.
What to produce? Yes. Second question, how to produce? And third question, for whom to produce? So these was central problem. What to produce means what to produce is a big question. Whether to go for industrialization or to go for public facility, public welfare, whether to develop primary sector or to develop secondary sector or to develop tertiary sector, means service sector, because government having very less economic capacity with it, right? They have very less economic resources. So how they are going to solve their problem, right? So what to produce means which sector you will take care, which means whether to service sector or to industrial sector or to primary, means agriculture and all. So this was a big question on that time, because we don't have much economic resources, so we can spend on every sector, right? How to produce means whether to employ labor intensive technique or capital intensive technique. If we will talk about labor intensive technique, so what do you mean by labor intensive technique, beta? Please tell me. Labor intensive technique means there will be more cost. If we'll go for capital intensive technique, we don't have money with us, right? So there was a lot limitations. We was finding permutation of combination what to produce, means whether go for primary sector, secondary sector, or tertiary sector, how to produce, whether to produce capital intensive technique or to produce labor by using labor intensive, and last is for whom to produce. It was big question, right? Means among which people, right? Which category of people, for whom. And these was the major problem of India. And before that, we have to go with economic system, because selection of your answer of your all central economic problem, you have to decide which type of economy you are. So second study was what was the types of economy available on that time, and what we had opted, right? What we made Indian economic system. So first, uh, Indian economy as an on eve of independence. So we was quite backward. There was low level of income. We was stagnant economy. We was depleted economy. Health sector was very bad. We was fighting with various natural calamities, as well as a lot famine. Due to famine, we was our entire economy was disturbed throughout the year. And when we got our independence, so when we was going for solving our problems, central problem of economy, so that questions was what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. What to produce means we have to give importance to primary sector, tertiary sector, or secondary sector. How to produce means whether to choose labor intensive technique or capital intensive technique, as we don't have much economic resources with us. And third, for whom to produce, which for which class of people we produce, or for which class of people we frame our policy. So before going to choose our policy, we have to see types of economy. So if we will talk about types of economy, so there was three types of economy, as we are already knowing this. First was capitalist economy. It is older version. The first economy, people or economists are telling, the first economy which was came into existence, that was capitalist itself, right, beta? So first is capitalist, second is socialist, and third is mixed. And at last, we had chosen mixed economy. We will go on that. But before that, we will discuss types of economy. So first is capitalist, second is socialist, and third is mixed. So if we will talk about capitalist economy, so in capitalist economy, we are also calling it laissez-faire. Means entire ownership and control on economic resources or productive means are owned by private sector only, right? Right, beta? Means in capitalist economy, all means of production. What, beta? What do you mean by means of production? All
Labor intensive.
means of production means economic resources, right?
Yes.
Economic resources. All means of production means economic resources are owned by, controlled and owned by, controlled and owned by only private sector, right, beta? Who is owning that? Owning and controlling all the economic resources or all means of production by private sector. Wait a while, beta. By private
Private
sector
sector.
only. Yes. So this was not good for us, because as we was getting our independence by that time only, and in India, many people on the time was ready to take control of Indian economy. So they had tried a lot to convert Indian economy in capitalist system, but finally they decided to not go with that. Right? We will discuss features of these economies also, and then we will go for economic planning and all. So, beta ji. So capitalist economy. Now come to socialist economy. Socialist economy means all means of production means economic resources are owned and controlled by owned and controlled by, yes beta, by whom? Government.
Government.
So I said no, on the time many people who was ready to take control of Indian economy, so they will not accept any time that all means of resources are controlled by government, and it is also not a good decision at all. Like China or America, China or Russia, all means of production or economic resources are controlled by government, and at a one phase it's not good at all. What I said, if we'll talk about one coin side, so it is not good at all that government take care or handle over all the economic resources. It's not good, right Bitaji? Right Bitaji? Hello?
Yes.
Hello? Third was mixed economy. So under mixed economy, it was capitalist plus private sector and government. All all decisions was taken by combination of government as well as private sector. Right, Betaji? So mixed economy means what? It is, listen, beta. Capitalist economy is known as privately planned. What, beta? Is known
Privately
as?
planned.
Yes. Socialist economy is known as centrally planned. What, beta?
Centrally planned.
Centrally planned. And if we'll talk about mixed economy, it is known as centrally planning. Means there can be changes. In socialist, there cannot be changes. One decision taken means decision taken. Right, beta? But in case of mixed economy, decisions can be vary from one to another. Government can change its decision time to time. Right, beta? Means if we'll talk about mixed economy, so here private sector plus government, both are uh, getting involved in all decision making. So question, how central problems are solved by these types of economy? So first, if what to produce, so answer is very simple, the all goods which can give or drive profit only. What beta? Not for sake of people, not for sake of people welfare, only for profit. How to produce? As we are already knowing, uh, as capitalist economy in capital intensive techniques are very cheap, are very less costlier and cheaper. So obviously capital intensive technique. Which better? Capital. For whom to produce? The people who having capacity or purchasing power, who having a strong purchasing power. What better? Who having strong purchasing power. Okay. If we'll come to socialist economy, which economy? Beta?
Socialist economy.
Hmm. If we'll come to socialist economy, so obviously what to produce decided by government, right?
Mm,
Which is best for society, right, beta? Which is best for society. Whatever is best for society, right? Or
mm,
need of society or well-being of society. How to produce? Labor intensive technique. Why? Because it will give employment opportunity to many people, right? What beta? Why labor intensive technique? It will give employment opportunity to people. Okay ji. Now third, for whom to produce? Obviously, uh, under socialism, main purpose is to give free health, free living facility, or only care of the people. So for whom to produce? Whatever is needed to economy, needed to people, right beta? Only that will be produced. In mixed economy, there is mixture of this. First, profit plus need. What beta? Profit plus need. Here capital plus labor intensive, right beta ji? है ना beta?
yes.
uh, Third, for whom? So needed people plus purchasing power, right beta? Hmm? So this is under how we are taking, how we are solving problem. So by this way, we are solving our economic problem. Now come to next. What was Indian economy? What was Indian economy? On that time, many people, they had advocated for socialist economy. Many people had advocated for capitalist economy. Finally, we had decided that we will take best feature of socialist and best feature of capitalist, and we had adopted a capitalist plus socialist economy that is known as mixed economy. It is also known as private property and democracy, along with capitalist point of view. So it is what is in nature of Indian economy. What is nature of Indian economy? We are
Mixed
mixed economy.
economy.
Yes, mixed economy. I had used a magic word. I will ask to you all one by one. Jayashri, what word I had used for capitalist? What I word I had used for socialist? And what word I had used for mixed? A specific word I had used. Can you name it?
No,
Yes,
sir, I
Betaji?
remember.
Okay. For mixed, I had used uh, centrally planning economy. What beta?
Centrally planned economy.
Planning.
Planning. Achha.
Centrally planning. See the word planning. Here, centrally planned. What beta? Right? And in capitalist economy, it is based on laissez-faire, and here capitally planned economy. It's totally depend upon people who are owing it. But as Indian economy is mixed economy, so we will see here the word is centrally planning economy. Its nature is centrally planning economy.
Plan
So
economy.
as Indian economy is mixed economy, so to identify its identity, we based on economic planning. What beta? Which planning?
Economic planning.
And for that, we had established planning commission. Right, beta? So why name of planning commission was planning commission? Because we was mixed economy. What is nature of mixed economy? Mixed economy is centrally planning economy. And as we are centrally planning economy, so we having a body which is we had a body which is named as planning commission. Now it's substituted by
Niti
Niti Ayog,
Ayog.
right? Now
Yes.
planning commission is substituted by Niti Ayog.
Niti Ayog.
A full form of Niti Ayog is National Institute for Transforming India. Right, beta ji?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but as we are reading right now for tenure 1947 to 1990, so during that time planning commission was live. There was no Niti Ayog at all. So we will discuss as a point as planning commission is existing right now. Okay, beta. So planning commission. Okay, what next? Okay, so planning commission. So what was the first of all when planning commission was established? So in 1950, right, beta ji?
Yes, sir.
And the chairman or chairperson will be your prime
Prime
minister,
Minister.
right? And during planning commission we had opted 5 years plan. Which plan, beta?
5 years plan.
5 years plans, right? Under 5 year plans, what was the main objective of planning commission? Answer is very simple, very simple. To determine what is best for Indian economy and do as per that. Right, Bitaji? Make
Yes.
your program strategies to achieve target as per requirement for economy. Right, Bita? Hmm? Hello. So, question. Now you are getting why name of commission was planning commission? Because mixed economy is always based on centrally planning economy, and as we are planning economy because we are mixed economies are always based on economic planning. So we had constituted planning commission, right now it's known as Niti Ayog, in 1950, and we had opted 5 years plan chaired by Prime Minister of India. Right, beta? Huh? Chaired by who will be chairperson?
Prime
Prime Minister
Minister.
of India. Okay. So what was the goals of 5 year plans? You all have to know the first planning period was from 1st April 1951 to 31st of March 1956. Right, beta? Now, what was the goals of 5 year plans? Beta, these all notes are very important. Please go through with it, okay? So what are the goals of 5 year plans? One by one, we will go with that. First goal was growth. What, beta? First goal is growth, right? So what was the aim? Aim is only to increase national output. Right, beta? To increase national output. How? by increasing production of goods or production of raw material, right beta? So first was growth. Second is modernization. What beta? Modernization. By adopting technology. Okay. Third, self-reliance. Means aim is to make economy self-reliant, dependent on itself. And last is equity. Every person must get equal chance for development and growth. Right, beta? Hanji, reduce inequalities in all sector. So these was the main objective of uh, first planning period, first 5-year planning period, right? This was the main objective of first 5-year planning period. Half an hour. Okay. Okay, beta ji. So as this chapter is too long, hello.
Yes, sir.
So we will discuss tomorrow, right?
Okay, sir.
Okay, beta. Tomorrow we'll discuss, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Happy New Year,
Please
sir.
save